Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I am Dial Versailles, and today we're going to do monthly challenges 25 through 36 of the July 2025 monthly challenges. And to start, we have challenge 25. This is Taliyah and Fiora. Special rules are no looking back, which has never done anything ever, and snippets of song. Round start, if the foe doesn't have the attack token, they summon a ghastly band. Usually when I see Fiora, I like to use Kindred. Kindred is a perfect counter. And for her, we use Guardian Angel and double Stalker's Blade. And I don't think it really matters. We could take LeBlanc though. I think we could probably use her champion ability pretty well. I don't think Dragon Boons is exactly what we're looking for on Kindred. We would like cost reduction probably. Shadow Totem is probably not that good either. So we don't find anything good, which is fine. We can cost reduce, bloody business, won't hurt us. And we go into Taliyah, whose power is teen power. Round start, the foe summons a landmark from the regions that cost 2 or less. Now these birds do 2 damage every round they're alive. If you can get more birds on the board, you do more damage. But if you put a bunch of birds on the board, then you could also have trouble duplicating Kindred, so kinda whatever. Also fine just kinda losing units, because Kindred will put their mark when you kill one of them. They could do something like looking for a good thing. Crumble. Just crumble here. And then I want to level up Kindred, so I'm not going to use Spirit Journey here. These birds are probably worth a fair amount of damage. Using Spirit Journey on Kindred, now that they're leveled, gets you 2 Kindred, and that's kind of how you win. I think at this point, if we just kill all of our birds, we probably win the game. Crumble, I think, can kill landmarks. So yeah, that bird's worth 10. And then since a unit died, I can Black Spear. It's also worth 10. Probably could have won a couple rounds ago. Double attack's pretty good. And at the healer, we removed our worst card. In this case, probably Tortured Prodigy. We go into Fiora, whose power is Time to Duel. When one of the foe's allies challenges an enemy, give the ally +1/+1 in tough this round. We'll keep LeBlanc here, gives us a better chance of drawing into Kindred. And also, LeBlanc should be pretty good. LeBlanc has Last Breath Rally, which is generally speaking nice. But also because we have Spirit Journey, we can combo that. And we can let Fiora kill that because Fiora's dead anyway. We just attack here. And then we can duplicate LeBlanc, and then crumble LeBlanc, which will give us rally. We attack. Spirit Journey gives us rally. And Sigil of Malice. Easy. Challenge 26 is Viego with Chronicle of Ruin. Round start, kill all units, then revive them. And death is like the win. When the player plays their first unit each round, stun it. That's pretty annoying. For this, we're going to be using Teemo with Guardian Angel double star gem. This is to take advantage of Chronicle of Ruin. If we get something like Shadow Totem or Deathless, that's also pretty good. Although Deathless interacts weirdly. Still pretty good though. Just took any champion there. Gonna double up on Stylish Shot, I like that card. And we could just make the Teemo cost more. I think that'll be fine, we'll have plenty of stats. Then we go into Viego, whose power is Sovereign's Domination. Round start, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. We drop our Teemo here. Get stunned, but that shouldn't matter after this round. Because of Chronicle of Ruin and Guardian Angel, we get 2 Teemo. I think I want to play the 2 Mushroom Clouds. And then, could use Stylish Shot. Gonna hit here. I wonder if it'd be worth it to trade 1 Star Gem out for Crown Guard Inheritance for the rally? Probably not. Anyway, if that wasn't winning, they now have 2600 buff caps, which would also be winning. I think it's fun. Challenge 27 is Draven. Special rules are Die and Laughing. Game start, all players summon a 0/10 Phantom Prankster, and Puff goes the Puff Cap. Pop goes the Puff Cap. Round start, Planet Poison Puff Cap in the player's deck. For this, we're using Lux Illuminated. I'm going to try out Transmogulator here. Not exactly sure how it's going to work. And then, of course, we have Tempest Blade and Crown Guard Inheritance. If you do have Fear Cleaving Axe, you're going to want to use that instead of Transmogulator. Fear Cleaving Axe really helps your level up, and when Lux levels, she automatically wins, so that's pretty good. I'm going to take Bard here for no specific reason. And just pass on spells. And if you get something like Cost Reduction or Shadow Totem, that's pretty good on Lux. We find neither, so I'll just take Savage Shield, should be fine. We go into Draven, whose power is God among Gladiators. Round end, the foe summons Draven if he isn't in play. When Draven attacks, give him +1/+0 and double attack this round. Lumino Sprite is, of course, card you are looking for. Gonna flip Bard here just to look for something a little better. You get him back, which is fine. I'm gonna start by playing Bird. You only had 2 mana because you weren't 5-star. You just play Lumino Sprite and take the damage here. And drop Lux. Draven doesn't really have anything that can remove your units, so there's nothing to worry about here. And we just attack. And we're up to 9 keywords, which isn't enough. Did turn my Lumino Sprite into a Captive Yeti from Transmogulator, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that that was a bad thing that I did. Doesn't mean Transmogulator is bad, just means I needed to use it in a different way. Drop Bard here, capturing the Trifarian, Reckless Trifarian. And if we want, we can kill Draven. And we can just not take any, well, we'll just take that damage. If we block, they'll die, because they get +3 damage. You do want units so that you can target with Lux's support. And so keeping your units alive is important. You have Fear Cleaving Axe. This is probably all just instantly solved. So we'll do something like this, see how it goes. As we level, everything's stunned. I think I don't like Transmogulator, because you do want Lux to be supporting the Lumino Sprite so that it gets more spirit. And then that spirit can transfer over. I'm gonna go ahead and say that that was a bad test, but, you know, You don't know that unless you draw it. Challenge 28 is Caitlyn and Gangplank. Special rules are Nautical Nuisance, round start, refill all players' spell mana, and fix your upper round start, give the foe's weakest unit +3/+3 this round. And for this, I'm going to be using Annie with Double Dreadway, Chase Gun, and Guardian Angel. If you have Echoing Spirit, I think that might be a little better than Guardian Angel. Or maybe you replace one of the Dreadway Chase Guns with it. And then I took the card with Mana Gem. Didn't even look at what champion it was. Disintegrate with Draw Champion makes it so that you have more chances to draw into Annie, which is what you're looking for. And Farsight forces us to start with Annie, which is great. And we go into Caitlyn, whose power is on the case. Round start, the foe plants one Flash Bomb Trap in the top 8 cards of the player's deck. We keep Mr. Root here for the Mana Gem. I'll just start by dropping that. Probably shouldn't have, considering that guy was going to challenge. Could have waited till after, but we did have the Death Sand, so it was fine. And drop Lilia here. Hand is very full, so we're not going to get very much value out of our double warning shots. Potentially would have been smarter to use like Luden's Tempest in that case. We can stun Caitlyn here. And then when we attack, we can't block. And stun Caitlyn again so we don't get attacked. And I wish they would stop picking on Lilia. Had plans. Drop Mana Soul Student. We're going to use Dream Laden Ow on Annie so we get more warning shots. Have too many cards. Just endlessly have too many cards. Even if they were to block anything, we could use Disintegrate, and that would use the Mana Soul Student's ability, and we would have won. But we won anyway, so no problem. Take Deathless, that'll give us more Annie. In other adventures, if you... you can try to get Deathless on Annie or Shadow Totem, and if you do that, you do want to take out one Dreadway Chase Gun and replace that with Luden's Tempest for sure. Then we go into Gangplank, whose power is the Saltwater Scourge. Round start, the foe summons a Powder Keg. The first time the foe starts the round with less than 20 health, summon the Dreadway. And his hand is basically perfect. So, check your cards. 4 is fine. You can start by dropping Annie here. Play 4 warning shots. Drop the Legion Saboteur. I think this is the same damage either way. No, it's more if we do Annie. Can't do anything about that. Guess we could use Blooming Bud, but no point. Here we're gonna drop Lilia, and we pass. They don't attack. Unfortunate. Drop our Captive Greyback, and we're gonna attack with this here. We can sleep Annie. They do get the Dreadway here. We have 4 warning shots. I'm gonna play Tibbers, stunning Gangplank. That seems like the best way to reduce the amount of damage I'm gonna take. And I was hoping they would attack actually. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep Annie. And now they attack, sure.
Don't come any closer. Stay back, Dream. Won't hurt Mother Tree.
Playing you Annie. Warning shots. Challenge 29 is Gangplank and Lee Sin. Special rules are Arms Race. Game start, all players summon 2 Fun Smiths and Enlightened Knowledge. Round start, heal the foes. Nexus 3. And we're using Annie again, same build. Idea here is with 2 Fun Smiths, those will do 5. So we'll just have 20 damage up front, which is pretty good. And if we can get something with like direct damage, that would also play really well. Yes, Misfortune's probably fine for that. Noxian Fervor we'll take here. I'll even take it twice. And I don't think anything else is really good, but we'll take it anyway. Go into Gangplank, whose power is still the Saltwater Scourge. When it drops under 20 hit points, summon the Dreadway. And more Annie, more better, but I actually don't hate Legion Saboteur. Can't see the sadness on my face, but it's there. Probably should have expected that. That's fine.
Let's get it, crew. The TV got us covered.
Safety will cost you.
I don't know that stunning really matters here.
It's Skythera, Annie. Hey, Tibbers.
I have my orders.
What do you think, Fang?
Moving into sight.
Block with Annie. Guardian Angel will give us 4 more warning shots. Now we win.
Everything's
You save the Death's Hand so you can beat them before they hit you. Although that didn't actually work. Oh, because they healed 3 from the modifier. Remove your worst card, which is Island Navigator. Go into Lee Sin, whose power is always listening. When the foe's units attack, create 2 resonating strikes in the foe's hand. They cost 0. Yeah, these will all do 5. Attack here. If they don't block, they lose. Then we Noxian Fervor. Well, it's just 7 to anything, so we can do it to the Nexus. Then more warning shots, and that's the whole thing. The Gangplank was probably a mistake, but it's fine against Lee Sin. That was kind of what I expected to happen. Challenge 30 is Kai'Sa and Tahm Kench. Special rules are Power of Observation, game start, all players summon a Hextech Observatory, and Endure when the foe summons a unit, grant it +1/+1. For this we're using Jhin with Curator's Gatebreaker and Double Riptide Battery. For support, doesn't really matter. If you find something with Mana Gem, that's ideal, but if you don't, doesn't really matter too much. It's gonna take Samira. Then at the shop, double attack is great. Don't need capture. Can take +3/+3. That's pretty good. Go to Kai'Sa, whose power is Rapid Evolution. Round start, the foe grants each of their units +1/+1 and a random keyword. As soon as Jhin is on the board, he wins the game. So you just need to survive the 2 rounds, which isn't very hard. So we can play Samira here, has a Mana Gem. Guess we get an attack.
Want to prove yourself? Now's your chance.
I'm gonna pass again, let them play more cards. Drop Jhin now, I'm not sure what else they have. Just kill any unit they summon. And this attack is huge. And you want to get rid of your worst card, as always. Varus and Marksman is terrible. I go to Tahm Kench, whose power is Big Feast. When the foe summons a unit, grant it +0/+3. Drop Boom Crew Rookie, drop Crackshot Corsair. It's fine to attack with both of them. Because I have a 5-star, I can play on this round. Otherwise, you'd want to stun here with the stagehand. Then that would also give you double blockers. That'll keep you alive until next round when you can drop your Jhin, and then this will happen. Here I'm gonna play stagehand. And kind of whatever they play, we're just gonna stun. And we can just challenge because of the stagehand, and we have plenty of damage here. So we could have stunned again if we didn't have the stagehand. Jhin is really good. Challenge 31 is Katarina and Tahm Kench. Special rules are guided meditation. Game start, all players start with 10 mana gems and remove the imperfection. When the foe summons a unit, recall one of the player's followers with less power than it. For this I'm going to be using Volibear with triple Stalker's Blade. Just use as many Stalker's Blades as you have. If Katarina gets to attack, she'll level up and then she can keep replaying. And every time she replays, she gives everything around her +2/+2. That would be bad, so try to avoid that. And you avoid that by killing it. We picked Volibear because he has big units and all his units strike when they hit. So if I take something like Eternal Gladiator, that would help that as well. I don't know if I will yet. And depends what else we have going for us. Don't need to worry about mana gems. I think Tarkaz is good with the Shadow Totem. That'll give us an extra strike. And that seems to be fine. I think I'm going to take a couple copies of the Eternal Gladiator because we have the free mana. We can just drop that and it'll give us value a couple times before it dies. They start with the attack token, which isn't ideal. We do have Volibear. We're gonna pass. Once they play Katarina, we're gonna want to strike with Volibear. I think they could play more cards. Yeah. Then we'll drop Tarkaz here, killing the rest of them. And obviously our costs have been very much reduced.
Oh, I can't wait.
Play a set with the mana deposit so we get our mana back, lets them play more cards. Drop the Eternal Gladiator there. Can't quite kill it. They can block, but we can... Actually can't block. So we're good. Big power riff, that'll let us play a little quicker. And we get rid of our worst card, which is probably Babbling Berg. Go into Tahm Kench, whose power is Big Feast. When the foe plays a unit, or is it summons a unit? Probably summons. The foe summons a unit, grant it +0/+3. We don't need to worry about the mana jumps here. We just want big units so that we can drop them. That all he's gonna do? Nope. He just wanted to play rally.
I'll learn my scars.
Here we're gonna play Invocation of Thunder as a passing move, let them play a card. Here we're gonna drop Set as a passing move, let them play another card. Replay our On-Scarred Reaver. Do it again. They've played all their cards, so now we drop our Tarkaz. We could draw a card here, see if we get something good. Didn't. Stun both units. Attack for 24, which isn't enough. May as well kill the lizard. Kinda want pizza.
Suppose that makes you the guts, right, big fella?
I don't think anything died, but Raza will still kill a unit. And we win! For the life of me, I cannot remember what I normally use on Lux. But Transmogulator was bad. Dreams of Yordles? I think that's probably right. Challenge 32 is Gangplank and Jinx. Special rules are Frenzied Fighting. Players' units have +2/+2. Round end, deal 2 to all the players' units. And nothing but Powder Monkeys 2. Round start, the foe summons a Powder Monkey. They're gonna have, like, decent blockers, and we're gonna have to watch our health. But we should win in like 1 or 2 rounds, so probably not that big of a deal. Take low cost units so you can support them. And don't want Lux to cost more. Guess we'll take Dragon Tooth on Jaro. It's probably fine. We go into Gangplank, whose power is the Saltwater Scourge. Round start. The foe summons a Powder Keg. The first time the foe starts around with less than 20 health, summon the Dreadway. And we do want to get Lumino Sprite and or Lux. And we find both here. We can't win on round 1 though. And if we play Lumino Sprite, it has like a pretty decent possibility to die. We're just going to drop the unit with Tough here. And we could attack with it, but then it'll die next round. We'll die the round after either way. Here we're gonna drop our Lumino Sprite. We can just eat this damage, and we'll barrier the Vanguard so that it doesn't die here. Drop Lux.
Lead the way.
Use Smoldering Smirk here to get rid of the Powder Keg. That'll make both of our units giant and keep them alive. And then this attack should be winning.
Radiance casts out every shadow. Demacia defends.
And if not, we had another rally token. So, pretty good. Scout is great. And I guess we could also take Elusive. You go into Jinx, whose power is Rockets Go Boom. When the foe attacks, they play Super Mega Death Rocket. That's something we're going to need to watch out for, considering that we take damage at the end of the round also. So that would just double up on the amount of damage that we're taking. I'm just going to eat this here. Drop Lumino Spray. Drop Lux.
Lady of light. You can't hide from the light.
Did attack with Lux alone? Attack with this? I know the best way to do this.
Magic brings us together.
Needed to level for that to make sense. So I should have attacked with the scout and then the other way. So that was a little bit wrong. It's fine. We can take 9 damage. It's fine. Use Smoldering Smirk here.
We fight together.
Drop Treasure Seeker. I think they threw their Jinx away. This will level us and win.
Casts out every shadow.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Attack, level up, then attack with Scout after, but I didn't have the level up, so it didn't actually make any sense. Challenge 33 is Swain and Nautilus. Special rules are PNC discount and Adorabyss round start. Transform the player's strongest follower into a 1/1 squirrel and silence it this round. We're using Lux Illuminated again. Dreams of Yordles. Tempest Blade, Crown Guard, Inheritance. I think the squirrel will be fine. We just probably don't want to make our Luminos Sprite a squirrel. We'll take Annie, she has a bunch of low cost units. Double attack on Luminos Sprite sounds pretty good. Yeah, we were looking for something on Lux, but we didn't find it. I think I'm fine taking Brainworm on form up. I go into Swain, whose power is Suffer. Round start, deal 3 to all the player's damage units. Keep Annie to try to draw into Lux.
No one's the wiser.
Not sure the best way to play this. I think we drop Lux here.
Guides us all.
Behind ya.
Don't want to block because then Suffer will kill us. So now we're going to drop Annie, then Lumino Spray. Ag with Lux, targeting Lumino Sprite, targeting Annie, levels us up, stuns everything, also wins the game. But if not, we had Rally and could do it again. Take Deathless on Lux, gives us a little bit of safety in case something happens. Although I don't think Nautilus actually has anything. Get rid of Apparent Mage Seeker. Then we go into Nautilus, whose power is All Will Drown. When any unit dies, heal the foe's Nexus 1, and the foe tosses 1 if they aren't deep. Nautilus is usually normally not any sort of a problem, but I've had occasions where Nautilus feels hard, and I don't fully understand.
No one's the wiser.
Could have kept it alive, decided not to. Because I wanted to play Annie here. So here's a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance. Can't play Lux if we play Lumino Sprite. We do want to play Lumino Sprite, so... I'm not sure we could win without on this round either way. Maybe though. Not good at counting damage. Use Smoldering Smirk here. Draw Lux. We could get Return to Hand. I guess that could happen. Don't have a way out of that.
Break their spirit and their soul.
I think we attack like this. If we weren't going to win, we could have Prismatic Barrier on the Lumino Sprite, but since we won, it didn't matter. Challenge 34 is Lee Sin and Zed. Special rules are Animated Armor. All units have Formidable, so that's really bad for Zed. Probably good for Lee Sin. And Demacian Might 2, when one of the foe's units strikes, grant it +2/+2. That is really powerful considering how much Swarm they can get. And for this we're going to be using Veigar. Decided on double Ludens and Chemtech. I don't know if that's right. It shouldn't really matter. If you have big guns, you're going to want to use that. Also, Frozen Tomb is nice. And this has lifesteal, so we'll take it. So we'll draw a champion, which we like. And then we want to try to get some cost reduction on Veigar. Don't find it, so we'll just take Brainworm on Pokestick. And we go into Lee Sin, whose power is always listening. When the foe attacks, they create 2 resonating strikes in their hand. They cost 0. So we just need to remember that everything has Formidable. This is a bad hand.
Beware the dragon spirit.
I think we do nothing here.
Ready, willing, and learn.
I play Wizened Wizard. And I think just taking this damage is the best option. I'll get Veigar down next round. Okay, I forgot about the Demacian Might too. But regardless, I think I actually want to let them do something. I don't know if there's a good way to accomplish that. I'm gonna attack with this unit just to kind of pass. If they have Recall in hand, that would be very bad for me right now. So get Veigar down, and we're just gonna start picking off units. Next round we'll have Chemtech Duplicator. You have a stun here. That's pretty good. Stun costs 5. Means we have 3 mana. I think we kill Lee Sin just straight up. You can block like this because Resonating Strike doesn't actually do anything. Drop Shen. Definitely kill that guy so we don't get hit by the Dragon's Rage. Attack with Scout. Attack again. Probably shouldn't have done that attack. Kill the unit. Drop a wizard. Drop Tenor of Terror. And we're good. That was more complicated than I thought it was going to be. I think forgetting about Demacian Might on the first attack just very much increased the amount of health that we needed to deal with. We'll go for the champion item chest. Ideal would have been to get cost reduction. We go into Zed, whose power is Blade in the Darkness. Round N, if the player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. So I think ideally here we would want 2 Darknesses, but obviously we don't have that on round 1. Oh, so that's gonna get crazy. That's bad. I'm gonna play Prank here, make that cost more. So, I drop Veigar. I need to kill Zed. I gotta play that better. This does 5 damage. We're gonna take just a bunch of 1s after that. That seems fine. Kill another unit. We should be good now. Turn 1 Zed was a problem. Make them drop a card. I have definitely too many cards in hand. I'll use the Darkness, because when we drop Veigar we'll create a Darkness, which we will also use. Now we're good. They have no cards. Attack with Scout, attack with everything else. I don't know if that adventure was hard or if I made bad choices. I honestly can't tell. Challenge 35 is Azir. Special rules are repetition. When any player plays a spell, they copy it with the same targets. Vicious enemy and nothing but powder monkeys too. Which are probably going to take a lot of damage early on. For this we're going to be using Nami with Grand General's Counterplan twice and Chemtech Duplicator as soon as Nami gets on the board. As long as we have 1 mana, 2 mana, we should win the game. And Armed Gearheads have Augment, so they will get stronger. And Power Rift for the cost reduction so we can play on round 1. And we go into Azir, whose power is the Emperor's Army. Those Sand Soldiers everywhere have +2/+0. I don't know why I just didn't get rid of everything to search for Nami. This is definitely a mistake, but it's fine. Got Nami. You can play another Answered Prayer. Which gives us more Nami. You can play... Sure. They'll play Cask. Kill the Cask with the Butcher. Play the Shackle Man. Play the Shackles. Play Pesky Spectre. Ebb and Flow. Then Ebb and Flow. Then Ebb and Flow. Then Flow. Then Ebb and Flow. And that is enough power to win the game. And finally for this set we have Challenge 36. This is Darius with Mana Flow. Game start, the foe gets a mana gem, and only the strong round end kill all units except each player's strongest. For this we're going to be using Varus with Lost Chapter, Crown Guard, Inheritance, and Hymn of Valor. Basically, the round after he's on board we should win the game. And for support we do want to find something with a mana gem would be great. There's one here. We go into the champion item chest. Same kind of deal. More mana gems, more better. We don't find one, but we can take Savage Shield instead. And for the spells chest, we skip and we go into Darius, whose power is Hemorrhage. Round end, deal 1 to the player's Nexus for each unit the foe has. That shouldn't be too many because of only the strong. And we have Varus, which is basically all we need to win. We'll try to look for a spell here. Drop the Young Witch for the mana gem. Can't play Momentous Choice, which is a little bit unfortunate. If I pass, they'll play Darius. Then we can play Varus. Play this free Momentous Choice. Follow it up with the redoubled Valor. And attack. Stun's a bit unfortunate, but nothing we can do about that. Darius dies to Furious Wielder. They can't block, we attack. If that didn't win, we play a spell, and then level up, and attack again, with Overwhelm. And that is all for challenges 25 through 36 of the July 2025 monthly challenges. I think there were a couple in there that were harder than I expected. So either I made poor decisions or they're just harder than I expected. So watch out for those. In particular, 34 was a little bit problematic. And I think using Annie against the Gangplank with Arms Race, I mean, we didn't get to take advantage of it because they started with Make It Rain, which got rid of all our units. So that was bad, but I guess I could do that either way, so I don't know. Ultimately, I think it was fine. Anyway, that is all for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.